Front and center when you enter the library is the information hub. Over on the left side of the information hub, you'll find circulation, which is where you can go to check things out. On the side of this is a Dropbox, so you can return things there, although you can always just hand it to someone at the desk. If you ever need to return something when we're closed, we do have a Dropbox out in front of the building outside. We also have a Dropbox over in the Briegel building next to the cashier window and over on the Niles campus next to the TLC. The right side of the information hub is the reference desk, my desk. Hey, my name is Jen Davidson. I'm the coordinator of library services and also your reference and instruction librarian. That means I am your go-to person for help with research, but also to just help connect you with information of any sort, to answer any question you may have about anything, whether it's related to the library or not. If I'm not out here at the information hub, there's a chance that I will be straight across in my office. If you are at the information hub and there's no one in sight up here at the desk, you can ring the doorbell and someone should be coming right out to help you. Now, if we zoom way out, let's talk about study spaces. The library is full of a lot of different types of study spaces. So you can kind of Goldilocks it and find the space that's just right for you. So in some cases, these are going to be tables just out in the open. In other cases, you may really want a room that is just totally private, has a solid door to close, so it will be as quiet as possible. So we have 3 rooms like that along the front of the library, and they range in sizes. The smallest one is in the corner over here to the right of the entrance. This is going to seat about 4 people. Then over on the left side, this is our medium-sized one. This will seat 6 people around the table that's in there. You could fit a couple more chairs in there. And then the largest room is over here, the media room. It's called that because it does have a projector, a computer, and a large screen. So you could watch movies in there if you wanted to. This will seat 20-something people, depending on whether you want it set up with the tables in there or not. You can feel free to move tables and chairs around in there to make it work for you the way that you want to use it. We do ask that, if possible, try to put it back the way you found it. Then behind all of these shelves back here, we call these shelves our general collection. And if you go down to the end of any of these, you will find cubicles. So these are going to be, in most cases, 4 chairs around a small table. There are white noise machines in some of these rooms, and it's just whatever's going to work best for you. If you like the white noise and it will help you drown out any other sound, by all means use it. If you hate it, turn it off. If you don't like the setting it's on, you can change it. Whatever works best for you. There is one room in the far back corner here that's larger than the rest of these cubicles. This one will seat 10 people around a big table and has a large whiteboard. All of the previously mentioned study rooms that have the doors, the solid doors you can close at the front of the library, those all also have whiteboards. Now, behind the information hub, which we'll talk about most of the stuff back here more in our part 2 video, where we can look a little bit better at what's behind the information hub. But since we're talking about study spaces, I just want to mention that these glass doors go to what we call our quiet study room. And that just means that there are study carrels in here where a number of people can work, and it's just the one place in the library where there's no talking allowed. Okay, let's see what else we can find over on the sides here. So next to that small study room is a bin on a table here. If you use the Roadrunner Kitchen, which is our campus food pantry, you will pick up your orders in this bin. If you have ordered something frozen, we are not going to just abandon it to melt in that bin. So you can grab your order and then go up to the information hub and say, I have something frozen to pick up, and somebody will go grab it for you. Underneath that table, a lot of times there will be some free items. In a lot of cases, these will be things that are at or close to their printed expiration dates. So any of that you can just feel free to take. Speaking of free stuff, this podium over here in the corner is also always filled with free stuff. And you just never know what you might find there. Usually there will be some magazines. You'll find some books there on occasion. At the moment of this recording, there's a working computer keyboard on there, as well as a visor. Sometimes there will be water bottles. Anything on there, you can just go ahead and take. Now, this seating area matches one that is directly across from it. The only difference about this one is that this table is where we keep our newspapers. Both seating areas have these lamps on the tables, and these lamps have USB ports and outlets. So this is one place where you could charge a phone or a tablet. We have chargers that you can check out up at the information hub. We also have the bricks in case you need to plug the charger into an outlet instead of into a computer or something. Now, this table right here is one that we use to feature our newest fiction. So this is just a way that you can kind of browse and quickly see what's new, see if there's anything that looks interesting to you. New books stay on this table for 3 months before moving on to their permanent locations. So we always have things cycling out and more new stuff cycling in. Behind this table is the Carol A. Tate Teaching and Learning Center, or TLC for short. This is where you can go for tutoring, for writing consultations, and they do also do virtual tutoring. So that's another option. Usually there will be someone at this front table, an attendant who will be able to take you to the tutor you have an appointment with, or help you schedule an appointment, or answer any questions you may have. On the table over here to the right, we have one of our OPACs. OPAC stands for Online Public Access Catalog. You probably don't need to know that, but I feel the need to say it. What you do want to know is just that this should always be open, as it is in this picture, to our library catalog, so that you can easily just walk right up, do a quick search, see if we have what it is you're looking for, and then if so, see if it's checked out or if it's available. If it is available, you'll want to grab a scrap of paper and pencil we have up here for you and jot down the call number so that you can find that item. You also want to make sure you know what collection it says it's in so that you know what area of the library to go to look for that call number. Next to that catalog computer, or OPAC, is our laminating machine. That is basically a just self-use machine, but we will sell you the pages for it. So you can go to the information hub, buy however many pages you need, and then do some laminating. All right, we're gonna zoom back out and go over to the left side here. And there are a couple more OPACs over here. There is also one back in the general collection area that is on a lower table, so it is more accessible if you have to approach it from a lower vantage point. Down across from this shelf, you will find a bunch of displays. These displays have been created by our staff. They change them out monthly, and basically they will be on whatever sort of theme our staff members have come up with for that month. So it is another good place to browse and just see if anything catches your attention. Speaking of browsing, you can also look at our table that features our New York Times bestsellers, or at least the ones that are currently on the New York Times bestsellers list. Basically, if something is on that list, it means that a ton of people have bought it. which theoretically means that a ton of people have liked it. So in theory, there's a really good chance that there would be something on this table that you too would like. Now, speaking of displays, there is one more that I can't show you with this image because it is directly across from this information hub. So if you're standing looking at the information hub and you turn around, you will find a display that is usually tied to celebrating something related to diversity. So a lot of times that will be a Heritage Month. And for example, in September, from September 15th to October 15th is Hispanic American Heritage Month. We would probably have books by Hispanic authors. And sometimes we will have a drawing for gift cards tied to that display. So check it out, see what's there, enjoy diverse books by diverse authors, and sometimes maybe have a chance to win something. Okay, so stay tuned for the part 2 video where we'll look at what you can find behind the information hub.